If you still hear us, guys, hold on. We're trying to. Are we back? Are we back? Hello, hello. Okay, I see it's back. Are we back? Tell me this is the same damn one. I bet it's not. I bet it started a whole new damn thing, didn't it? Okay, it looks clear, but we got a whole new thing. I bet you we have a whole new. Yep. Hold on one second. We're good. We're good.
They can hear and see us.
Okay, so what the hell? But is this a new link? Is this what happened?
I'm in the same chat.
Yeah, but it's the live chat's going to automatically
go over.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
shit,
yeah,
don't know.
See, our viewers are now. Hold on. Okay, so let me check this really quick. I apologize.
They think it's new.
I don't know what happened. It's got to be a new.
They got a new pop up. They said.
Okay. Damn
Sorry, guys.
So now we're going to do part 2. Hold on one second, guys. I apologize. I want to update this so we can keep an eye on this. Actually, otherwise I wouldn't worry about it. But now I got to do new links. Damn it! This shit's got to be fixed, man. I'm getting tired of this shitty company that we call an internet service provider. Is that the same link? Did I not just? Nope, it is different right there. Okay, now it changed. Okay, it is different. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Give me one second.
Yeah, I saw them dropping like boom, boom, boom. I was like,
I apologize, guys. I apologize. I don't know. It looked like the internet dropped for a second.
There's a bigger name on another line.
OBS does not like flaky internet at all. Let me grab this because we need to keep an eye on it in case it happens again. Why is it not pasting? That is not what I'm trying to do. Here it is. What I need. Nope. I need that Y.
Need that Y.
All right. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Apologize. Wait a minute. Is this? Okay. Here we go. Can we fire this company and can we get Google Fiber up in here?
No shit.
I mean,
I'd love that.
My dad's got fiber, and it's a gig up and down. It's just insane. And we used to have great internet here. Okay, let me update this really quick, guys, in 1 second, so we can watch it in case it happens again. Hopefully we're good. Okay, back to 169.
Do you guys remember the McDLT? Chris and I were talking about it the other day because I was talking to him about how he doesn't like tomatoes on his burgers, and he's like, no, I like them.
Oh,
I don't like them hot.
Yes.
And I was like, do you remember the McDLT where it kept the hot side hot and the cold side cold? So evidently there was a lot of people that felt the way you do about pickles and tomatoes and all that. It needs to be cold.
Yeah, get crispy because you put it on there and then you put it in a bag, take it home, and then it's kind of sloshy.
Yeah, I think they should bring those back.
Okay, look at our ping now. Well, that's outstanding, but that's not. Hopefully, it'll last.
Rock and roll.
Okay, I think we're good. Let me see. I don't see what there's our chat. Okay.
I think the volume might be low.
What?
Is there a way you can tell?
That's already up as high as it can go.
All right.
Are we good?
How's that sounding, guys?
This is what happened when James forsakes the tie-dye.
It is.
So now that's a video on my channel that I need to label part 1. Damn it. Okay. So we're good. I think. Hello. Is that Dana or Dana? Dana Bats?
Hello.
Love when I catch y'all live. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
We're hard to catch.
Yeah.
We're slippery.
Okay, so everybody's saying good, volume is good. Okay, so we're good. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Colton says the volume is always low on your end. It's just your end, Colton. turn up your volume. Okay. What's up? What's up? Is that Exodocaine? Is that what I'm do cocaine? Do cocaine. I do cocaine. I guess is X. I do cocaine. What's up? What's up? Okay, we're good. All right, so everything looks fine right now. So all right, hopefully that'll stay that way. I don't remember. Were we saying something? I can't even remember. It completely threw me off.
Damn, I'm trying to remember. Yeah,
I don't know if we were saying something. Okay, I don't see. So if you had a super chat there, I missed. I don't see it now because it's a new window. So I hope I didn't miss any super chats. I hope there wasn't another one popped in. I thought there was. I thought I saw somebody. Was it? Oh, damn it! There's no way I can see it. There's no way I can go back and find it. Well, actually, there is. Hold on. I think I've missed one. Wait a minute. I can check this. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let's get rid of that. Bring that up. Okay, we had Tom's. Thank you, Filet7 for subscribing. And Joy. Okay, this was Joy's other one. Thank you, Joy, again for the super chat.
Thank you.
My favorite is Ghostface. So you like Ghostface Killer. Yeah, see, he was very cool. Very cool. Liked them all in some way. RZA, Jizza, Genius, The Writer, Method Man, Ghostface. So, all right. So, I think we're good on that.
Was Old Dirty Bastard one?
ODB, yep. Absolutely.
I know a little bit.
Okay. And also, thank you so much, D. Brown.
D, thank you.
Thank you for the donation on Streamlabs. I appreciate that. Because.
D-rocks.
Thank you so much, D. You have no idea how much that means. All you guys on Patreon. You already Patreon and all that stuff as well. But yeah, especially with YouTube down, it's insane. So I thank you so much, D. Every week you're up here supporting. I really appreciate it. Gets us by for sure. Believe me.
No shit.
All right, let's grab some regular chat thingies here. I know we got a couple more on Patreon as well. Doc Holiday. Thank you, Doc Holiday.
Thank you.
Just had a random thought. Wouldn't be.
Shit.
Oh, shit. Doc's thinking.
Doc says it's random. It's got to be fucking random.
Yeah, he's thinking again. Shit. Just had a random thought. Wouldn't it be cool if they remade the Thriller video with Whites and Walkers?
Yes.
And some main characters for a blooper reel at the end of the 8. That would be awesome.
Damn,
I just watched that the other day. We were playing music in the car or something. I said, put up the Thriller video. And I think Camden was DJing and maybe it was when it was on back from the beach and Brooklyn was DJing. I don't remember. But yeah, we threw that up in the car because that was like the first. I loved it. And it was the first like almost a mini movie on MTV.
It was like such a big deal, man.
Big deal.
John Landis directed it.
Yeah, it was huge. So yes, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Mike Colton, thank you, Mike. Jinx asks, Q&A, do you think Germ will change the book just to be different from the show? Appreciate it, Mike. Jinx, thank you for the question.
Thought about that.
I do not.
It gives him the luxury of making tweaks, but
he said he will
I don't
not.
think he'll do it for just to be different sake. I think it will have already been different in his mind before he does it.
Yeah, like changing something because he's the, as he calls himself, the gardener. Like he lets things grow and then, whatever. For sure, but not because the show reveals things or does something. Because he's already said he cannot read. He doesn't read message boards anymore, like the old school theories and stuff like that. Because he don't want to influence it. He wants his story out there. So I don't think he will change anything. Especially the major plot points. Obviously, there will be differences and more details in the books, obviously. But and he likes some of the show. Contrary to popular opinion, he does like a lot of the show things the way they did it is compared to the way he did it. So he will not change the story. It will be the same major plot points and events. Otherwise, it is not A Song of Ice and Fire. It's just not.
Right.
It's a completely different thing. And he sold that story to them. So I don't think it's going to be different. There will be the same thing in the books, the same ending. Yes, the details will be different and all that good stuff, and you'll get to the same destination with different ways, but it will ultimately be the same.
Right.
Let's see, Coach O'Shea again. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Do you guys believe, Germ, that the outline for the series was BS and the 5 safe characters aren't safe? I don't know. I mean, he could straight up be lying about but the original outline, if that's the case, they were safe. Now, he could have changed his mind because that was a long time ago. So there's no doubt it's his right, even well before the show. He could have changed his mind well before the show became an influence. But yeah, I mean, I think truly the way I think look at it is, I think he, in his mind at least, that there's a few that are safe, plot armor or whatever. Because it fits for his ending. But if he finds if it helps move the story forward or whatever, he will kill somebody. Bottom line. So I mean, I would not be surprised if he has changed his mind since then, because that was a long time ago. So sure, absolutely it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible at all. I would just be surprised on a few characters, mainly Tyrion and Arya.
Those two.
Tyrion especially. I would be shocked. But I would not be shocked about anybody else, I don't think, at all. I don't think it would surprise me. Let's see. Are we still... Now I'm all paranoid. Are we still online?
What shocks you more, Tyrion dying or Cersei living?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Tyrion dying. Yeah, because you want to... If Cersei lives, you want to see Tyrion's reaction to that and like how he lives with it. What happens. So yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, Tyrion dying still, I think. Bolo 7678. Thank you, Bolo. Hey guys from New Mexico, Q&A. Awesome. Chris, I know you've read the books, and James, I know you're reading. Are you hoping that they start to make Cersei as dumb as she is in the books on the show? Because I think we're getting a smart Cersei because of the Lena Headey, and that's great, but she's not smarter than Tyrion, and they were straight up making it seem like she's some brilliant strategist, and she's not. I agree, except I do think I don't think they're making her too smart in the show. I think it's almost like she had a couple things work out, like the sept blowing up. But other than that, really, no. Right. You know what I mean? So I think they're just kind of the way they're, I don't know how to put it, like like she makes these decisions and they drag them out for a little bit longer. You know what I mean?
Good way to put it.
Like
right
she
there.
thinks it's working.
That's a good way.
But the same thing happened with the Faith militant. Oh, that's a good idea to bring those back. Well, they'll arrest Marjorie.
Yes.
And then she ends up getting screwed in the end. So it's the same dumb Cersei. I mean, not that she's dumb. She has this thing about, in the patriarchy, which is understandable, it's part of her character.
Yeah.
She wants to be Tywin so bad she can't stand it.
She's very insecure.
And she's not Tywin.
And she tries to make these power plays.
Exactly. And she's not Tywin. She thinks she's Tywin, over even more than Jaime and all that stuff, but she is not Tywin. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's just the way the show, it's a little faster, but they also drag out those little plot points a little longer,
yeah.
I think.
And I think you're right. Exactly.
Because you remember, the show is different. The time feels different than a book.
It damn sure does.
Because you can read like a whole book later, but it's only a month later.
Right.
Or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you get to what happens faster in the book, and they do let it simmer a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's pretty accurate to the books, though, so far. Of course, we hadn't got to the Tom and Don, the set blowing up and shit like that, wildfire going on yet. So we'll see. Mike Colton, thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
I Am Thor asks, who is Nisa? Is it Dany or Melisandre to have Lightbringer plunge into her heart? Thor, thank you for the question. Neither. Nisa. I'm not saying there will not be some sacrifice on Melisandre's part. I do think she will sacrifice herself, but she will do it willingly. I don't buy into magic flaming swords that spit fire. No. It makes no sense because of Valyrian steel sword.
Not when the sword does it already.
Already do it, right? So it would have to shoot freaking laser beams.
Yes, exactly.
And so I know I used that analogy, but I can't help it. But yeah, I just don't buy. I think Nisa is more of a story, kind of a combo of a Valyrian steel recipe type of thing, blood sacrifice. That was the creation of a Valyrian steel sword that glowed red, and that was a metaphor for Valyrian steel. Yeah. Lightbringer, it's on fire, it gives off heat, it's red, it's got, it's literally on fire, but I don't think it was literally on fire.
Right.
So that's my interpretation.
Picture that surfaced, and they were saying it looked like he was about to plunge his sword and all that.
No, not at all.
I think people just want that to happen so bad.
They do. They absolutely want Dany to be some Nisa, and that was not even close to what I saw. I saw two people standing there, and actually, John didn't even look right in that picture. The way he was standing is like the way it was awkward. Like his legs didn't look like they fit his body.
Right.
And I'm sure it was just a blurry camera angle. but it did. I saw his
I'd
sword.
be totally
there was
shocked.
nothing in his hand. It made no sense. I don't even think they were filming
Right.
because their coat was on backwards. So I think they were just standing there talking or hugging or something. Or maybe they were filming. I don't know, but it didn't look like anything regarding Nisa.
No, I didn't think so either.
Felicia Thomas McCormick, thank you, Felicia.
Thank you.
On Patreon. By the way, if you're interested in Patreon, check out our Patreon page. We're going to start doing probably this week or next week. I got to get me a big board and get everything laid out to start managing my shit better.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him talked about this. I may paint a whole fucking
wall.
A whole whiteboard wall. Because I got a book going on now and all this other stuff, but I got to get this shit straight in my head. I'm a one-man show still. But, so on Patreon, we're going to start doing executive producer calls and where we actually get feedback from you guys.
Cool.
So we're going to do that for sure. So if you're interested in that, check out Patreon. Also have a Discord server as well for anybody new here where you can chat all day and all night 24/7. But Felicia says, hello from Hawaii.
All right.
Awesome. We're just after 5 p.m. Love the shirts, guys, even without the tie-dye on dust. So how nervous are you that the last season will be a letdown? No matter what, I can't wait to see the Hound and Brienne on screen again. I'm now a big fan of Roy McCann and Gwendolyn Christie. I agree. I'm definitely nervous about it. You know, I mean, I think they're going to be okay, but I still, you know, when you see Dorne get destroyed and those kind of things, it does make you worry about it. But it's one of those things where there's really no point. It's going to happen the way they want it to happen. I'm sure they're working with George about the ending because they already have the ending, and so it's just going to be what it is. I think it's going to be great. It's going to look great regardless. There'll probably be a couple things that are kind of I'm sure, but I don't know. The main thing I worry about is they don't pay off the whole Night King thing enough. So and make it more about Cersei or something. You know what I mean?
That will let me down. It will.
I mean, that's fine if she lives longer, but you got to give us the goods on why now, like going back to the previous question, was it Jon's birth? Will we get that confirmation? Will we get a flashback of the first long night? We got to see that. So that's what I worry about, that they don't show us enough.
He was not waiting on dragons to be reborn.
Yes.
No way.
No, it was already active. So we got to get those answers. And it can't be and if they do a one-on-one showdown, I'm fine. But don't make that be it.
No.
Where it ends in 2 minutes. Or 5 minutes, where they have a big fight and he says, let's do it the old way, and throws a sword and picks up a sword and everybody else just drops their shit and the Night King and him go at it.
Right.
No. I mean, come on. Let's pay this off. You've been teasing us since the prologue of the book and the first episode of the show. So anyway. Okay, Mike Colton saying Stephen has a question from Benji. I'll grab it in just a second. I'm trying to catch up, but you're making this longer, Mike. I'm going to the regular chat.
Right, we're on our way.
I'm on our way. Hoonjive, thank you, Hoonjive. Do you think combo characters like Gendry / Edric, Jorah / John Connington, or Sansa / Jane Poole, etc., are safer or more likely to die than show characters that only have one book or storyline? That's a good question, Hoonjive. Yeah. That's really a good question. It's like, because Dany almost absorbed Aegon too. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it would depend on the pairing. So I would say Gendry's pretty important, like Edric will be in the books. So I wouldn't think he would be more likely to die just because he's kind of both, or just kind of he kind of absorbed Edric.
Damn, that's a good question.
It is. Jorah, I think Jorah's likely to die. So therefore, John Connington's not in the story. He's not that as big of a deal, obviously. That's the way I've always looked at it. If they're not in the show, then it's not that big of a deal. It's side stories like the Danes, obviously, is a big thing. Sansa, Jane Poole, I think that was just a simplification. So I don't necessarily know if it means that she would be more likely to die or less. I don't really know if that's even equates, you know what I mean? It was just a different character where she's safe in the Eyrie and they couldn't keep her in the Eyrie the whole time. They had to get her involved in the show, I guess, to make it more, even though it's just as horrible for Jane Poole, it's Sansa. You know what I mean? Getting her back to Winterfell and the whole Littlefinger plot kind of tied into it. So that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, so I would say, just based off what I just said and just initial thoughts, would be that it really doesn't matter. It really depends on the combo and who it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like that Jorah will, but Gendry will not. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
And they're both kind of those multi-characters, like you said. So it's a great question. I'll have to put some more thought into it. Coach O'Shea, what's your favorite show of all time? God Excluded. I loved Lost and Prison Break, for example. Of all time, man, I loved House. House was a great show. I know there's gonna be some I go, oh, duh, I forgot about it. Like after we get done, I'm sure.
I really tore up The Office and Breaking Bad. Those are two and Friends. Those three.
Yeah.
But with an ongoing story, Breaking Bad for me. When I was a kid, I used to love That's Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, and I see Monkey Mellow Dog saying Lost. I loved Lost until it got stupid, and I was done. I was done with it. Goonish has mentioned Sons of Anarchy. I checked out a little bit of it, but I never got into it. I mean, I enjoyed what I saw, but I've never watched a lot of TV, honestly. Surprisingly enough, I've been a movie buff before all this YouTube stuff, but Game of Thrones is what really. I mean, like I said, I watched a lot of shows, House and stuff, but it was never. I mean, House is one of those shows that it was going to be recorded every week, and I was going to be there every day, every time, every Monday when it came on, and that was my show.
Right.
When it came, it was a great fucking show. It was just outstanding. I love the character. So I like all kinds of shit. It's not like I'm not a huge fan, actually. I mean, I'll enjoy it, but I'm not like a super fan of high fantasy like Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. I enjoyed Lord of the Rings, but it's more of a high fantasy.
Right.
Everything's magical. That's what intrigues me about God. And I know I'm not supposed to say God. I'm just saying that's what attracted me to a show like that. Not just the look of it, but the almost real world feel, but just a sprinkle of magic. You know what I mean? Just a sprinkle, just enough. That includes some of my favorite old shit like dragons. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'd have to think about it, like an all-time favorite show. I mean,
what do you think?
I could go back to the '80s and pull out a bunch of shows. '80s, '90s.
Knowing me now, what would you say I've got the most hours of watch time? Any
show? Oh, of any show?
Any show.
Whatever mysteries.
Forensic Files.
The Forensic Files. That's what yes. Forensic Files is his shit.
I cannot stop, man. I think I've seen every episode twice.
I was big into every Star Trek show. I enjoyed
there
Star
you
Trek.
go. I'm glad you pulled that one out and remember that one. You were.
Yeah, I was in every Star Trek show. I've seen every Star Trek episode of every single different series.
They keep saying Quantum Leap. I've seen it multiple times. Did you watch that?
I did not.
I never did either.
Did not.
Heard a lot about it.
No, Laura, I did like Sons of Anarchy. I just didn't watch it. I saw a little bit of it, and I just never. It was a time thing. So I never got into it. But I still hadn't watched Vikings, for example. You know what I mean? I know I know it'd be fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to go back old school for like favorites besides just House was just off the top of my head. But all right, Ben G's Q&A. Here's his question. I got it.
Thank you, Ben.
Appreciate it. Ben G in the regular chat Q&A. Why is my is that? See, that was look at that. How was that lined up perfectly over that eye? Just
that was nuts.
I think Sansa gets to live her fantasy of being a queen through becoming the Night's Queen. Also, I think Jon executes Mel and causes Longclaw to become Lightbringer. What do y'all think? I've thought about the Sansa thing. About
the reason I think about it, just to throw this in there real quick, is that it gives more time for that to play out, as opposed to him getting all the way down to King's Landing and hooking up with Cersei. Like, she's the other option, I think. I think it's going to be Sansa or her, or Cersei, if there is one.
Yeah, if there is one.
If he catches Sansa up there in Winterfell, that gives that little longer to play out. Him having a queen.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I don't buy the Night Queen stuff because it doesn't make sense for the time. Like, if he's after a Night Queen, why now?
Yep.
How does Jon fit in that equation?
Because he does.
If it's like if Jon is the Ice and Fire child that he would make, and a lot of people will speculate that that Jon is the prince that was promised to him.
Gotcha.
in the pact.
Yeah.
You know, and then it finally happened. Since the Pact of Ice and Fire never happened in the Dance of the Dragons. But I just don't see why you would wait. Like so that would kind of take Jon out of the equation if he's after a Night Queen. Because what can Jon do to help him with that if that's his goal is to get a girlfriend?
Dude,
You
if
know
he
what I'm
was
saying?
gay, that would be the biggest daggum shocker and twist in history.
I guess so. Maybe that's what. Yeah, I don't know. But that's where all the theories come from. That Jon is the next Night King, and I just don't buy that. I don't see why this Night King would have to trade in. Like, why do you need a new one? Why has there been? Because a lot of people have speculated.
I don't like that idea.
Yeah, we saw the first
the
Night King get created.
Yeah.
We saw his creation. That should settle it for me. It's the same guy. It's the same actor.
Right.
So I don't buy that there's like they have to pass off the torch to somebody. For what?
No.
It makes no sense to me. So I don't buy that part of it. And as far as Jon executing Mel, we've said this, that Jon did promise to execute her if she came back to the North. But this is different. When she shows up and says, look, I'm going to die anyway, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to help you win this war, and I promise you I will die. He's not going to turn that down, and Davos won't either.
Nope.
Davos will want to kill her instantly.
That's her card.
But
right there.
she can absolutely play that card, and they have really no choice.
No, they
have no choice. So I think Melisandre will become a sacrifice in a sense, but not in the literal sense of he plunges a sword and it catches on fire.
Right.
So I don't buy a literal flaming sword.
I mean, think about this, dude. They're coming back from up north of the wall, and they see, oh shit, you know what I mean? Everybody now is. They're going to be grasping at straws. Oh, you want to do? Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, look, they got the kids
I'll put
learning how
that
to
to
fight.
the side, our little squabble, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. They got kids out in the training yard with swords, you know, and dragon glass weapons. So, it's not going to be one of those things where they have some formal hanging of Melisandre. You know what I mean?
No
time. Not going to happen. So she will die, and it will be essentially a self-sacrifice. It will atone for her sins, you know, so to speak.
I mean, I'm 99% sure you're right on that.
So, the question is, what kind of big bang does she go out with, right? Like a literal big bang. I hope it's something really cool and powerful magic that helps them win this war. Whether she, you know, detonates and, you know, fucking it kills 1,000 whites and a White Walker or a couple. I don't know.
With the Death Star sound?
Yeah, that would be outstanding.
That would be cool.
In the damn graphic.
Yeah,
yes, let's do it. So yeah, I don't know how it's gonna be yet, but yes, I think for sure. Jake from State Farm, thank you for the super chat. Get some of that fiber, yo. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you,
we
brother.
can't hear yet. It's coming, but we can't hear yet. Like my dad he's literally just across town, 10 minutes away, and he just was so lucky in his spot because Google came in there. No, Windstream was the other company. They started fiber for a while, and they stopped, and then they came back, and it was right there. And he called me up. I got fiber. I'm like, damn it. You know, because I always had great internet here. We had a great company at one time.
Unbelievable.
It was always never an issue. And now it's glitching out every night. We're on our phones, and YouTube would just be like offline.
Just drop.
Drop. So, yes, we can't get it yet, but I will, believe me. It is essential, obviously, to this industry, this job. Okay, I saw did Kyle have a question from Steph Snow has one. The Knight's Douche, Q&A, the Cave. Thank you, Knight's Douche.
Thank you.
The cave painting of the original Night King had a beard. What's up with that? You know, Knight's Douche, I've been thinking about this since somebody messaged me on Facebook. I apologize, I forgot who, because y'all have different names on Facebook and YouTube. I've been thinking about this a couple of days, and I don't have a definitive answer, but I'm wondering if it's just more like the Night King painting looks more just to distinguish him from the other ones. Like, because he never had a beard.
Right.
But here's the other thing. Other ones do. And they would.
That's right.
And they were not depicted with beard.
Dude,
that you
is
saw.
right.
The other pictures didn't have defining chins.
Yeah.
So it almost looks like a neck without defining, like a line missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not. I think it was. I don't think it means that there was a multiple Night King thing. Like it was the first one had a beard. We saw the first guy. He didn't have a beard.
Yeah.
Now, could he have grown one and then shaved No,
Now's
sure,
his cool phase.
but no, it don't fit either, right? So, but think about it. The other White Walkers do have beards. Some of them,
Yeah.
and some of them do not. They have long hair and shit. He got the crown. He lost his hair because he had hair.
Yeah, that's
he was
right.
strapped up to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So he lost his hair and got the crown. Other ones grew hair and beards, but they're not on the other ones in the background. Don't have beards, but they do. You know what I'm saying?
That is so weird. Yeah.
So I think honestly, I think it was just more of a. This is what distinguishes him between the other ones: the crown and this like beard. If that is in fact a beard, it's more like he's the leader. He's the man. He's the great other.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a depiction, because you got to think about the child of the forest. Is that how we say that?
I would say so. Yeah.
The child of the forest that actually painted that may have not seen him in person.
Right.
To know, he just like it was like, look, draw this shit and warn people.
Yeah.
Or at least
and there's a leader. There's one leader.
Look, here's what happened. Document this for us down in Dragonstone, and they sent him a message or whatever. And said, draw all this up and document it, you know, for people to find or whatever reason. Let's just document it.
Mm-hmm.
But they wasn't there to see the Long Night. So they just said, okay, well, the leader's probably got a beard. Because he's like the leader. Yeah. He's like the god.
Older.
The god with the flowing white beard,
mm-hmm.
you know, or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's more of a depiction. Just initial thoughts, anyway. Benji, but wouldn't Jon killing Mel bring about blood magic for Jon to use against the Night King? Could be.
Right.
It's certainly a possibility. But it almost takes away from Jon's own blood. Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not denying there could be a sacrifice with Melisandre and be used in some manner. I'm just saying it's not going to be a flaming sword. That's all.
K-Dub's got one from Herb.
What's up, Herb? Thank you, K-Dubs, for grabbing that.
Thank you.
And Herb says, when do you think we will be getting the first teaser for season 8? Also, Sansa plus Pod equals healthy, non-abusive, non-incestuous relationships. Thoughts? Yeah,
that's right.
That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I've never thought about Pod and Sansa, but hey, it would be interesting since she ran into Sir Ilan Payne, his cousin, in the second episode on the King's Road.
Dude.
And then all of a sudden he ends up with the nephew that's cool.
That's cool.
And he's got the magic cock.
Something magic.
And we find out what that is.
Yeah, that's another one on the list of things.
I know. Can we say cock on this stream? Did we just get demonetized? I don't know. Probably.
And when do you think we'll get a teaser?
It's probably
Is there a certain time frame they drop them?
I would say, I'm guessing that it's coming out April, so I would guess... I'm guessing April. I'm pretty sure it's April. Nobody said that's not official, but I'm guessing it'll be back April, because it beats the timeline for the shows, the award shows and stuff.
Dude, right.
But I would guess based off of April, we always seem to get a little tease in January, February, and then a trailer like early March, late February, early March. So like a teaser trailer. Not just a 10-second tease, and then we get a full trailer about a month, and then another trailer about 2 weeks. You know,
they could throw us a crumb. You know what?
I would not doubt soon if we get some little HBO commercial with a little tiny. I'm talking about a 3-second clip from just one random scene with shows a character.
How cool
like last season, we got the first look images, but it was like a HBO promo that showed a bunch of different shows.
Yes.
And they had one with Sansa walking away from the weirwood tree.
Yeah.
Jon, I think, on the battlements of Winterfell. Really quick. And then one of Arya, like, riding her horse, but you couldn't see where she was. Really quick shots. That was it.
When did we get Cersei standing on the map?
That was the trailer.
Okay.
Because before that we got the ice breath tease.
That's right.
That's right. So I would guess dude. I would guess we'll see some little photos or maybe really short HBO things, just including a bunch of other new shows coming. But then so that could be, I would guess, November-ish. But then January you'll get a teaser, then a longer teaser, then a trailer, then a second trailer. Just a guess. Based off past stuff. Okay, so all right, let's see. I think we're at a good break point here because we were going, I know, an hour and a half or hour and 20 minutes based off the other stream. And I see there's a couple more Hans says he loves Breaking Bad. I have not seen it yet. I know. James has told me all about it.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family loves it. I need to
love
watch it.
There's no doubt.
I
know you don't have much time.
I know I would. There's so many shows I want to watch, and it's just always like, oh, tonight I'll watch a couple of this, but then something happens. Like, oh shit, I'm behind on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's just insane.
I was skeptical about it, but I'm telling you, the first episode starts with a freaking bang. You're just like, wow, you're right in the middle of this shit from the first moment.
Hans really quick says as well on Patreon, do you think Cersei will go out in a blaze of glory or get taken out quietly? Well, I still think it's Jaime. So it depends on what you think about. Is that like I would think that would be more of he gets back up into the room and she's like trying to, oh, you've come back to me type thing, tries to play him, and he's had enough.
Right.
And he chokes her out. So that's the way I see it. So
and that'll be quiet.
But I do think Cersei will have at least planned wildfire tricks. I know that's. I'm not know. I'm pretty damn sure that's going to happen. I don't know if it gets. The plan gets executed, or I've even seen and thought about it myself. Will Dany accidentally set off wildfire with dragonfire? I do think wildfire will come into play. I don't know if it gets executed, but because I think the dragons, whether it's the Night King or Dany, will take out the Red Keep, but only the top, like we saw in the vision.
Yep.
It has to be from above.
I totally
because
agree.
wildfire, you know what it does. Boom. Everything's gone. You're not walking through that building anymore. It's just a rubble pile. So I do think she will plan that, but I don't think it will get executed. And he's actually just responded to wildfire, Jaime.
Funny.
So yeah, there you go. I think she'll try the wildfire, but Jaime does it. Ultimately, I mean, like I said, and again, remember in the show, like we mentioned last week, they don't have to do the Valonqar. They can change it completely. It could be Arya. It could be the Mountain turning on her, becoming a white or out of Qyburn's control, or if you believe that Qyburn is actually in league with Varys, or all those theories. Because they did not mention the Valonqar in the Maggie the Frog prophecy, and they cannot go back and fix that. Like, they can't do another flashback of Cersei young.
Right, because they
ran out.
Yeah,
they left. That was the end.
Yep.
They ran out.
That's what I asked. I was like, could they do another flashback and let her finish it? You're like, no, she left.
Yeah, she left. They would have to have they would have to screw it up. So yeah, I think they left themselves a little bit of leeway for the show, just because it is a little different from the book. So. All right, so yeah, let's take a quick stretcher. And so if you guys are down, we'll come back and do another couple sessions. So give us a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Okay. Are we back? Are we back? Do I still hear?
We're
I
back.
hear delayed music on something.
Is
Okay.
it me? No, it's your phone.
Still got a little volume. Okay. All right. We're back. We're good. Hello.
We're good.
Good night, Linda Powell. Good night. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, good night.
All right. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see. Jake. We had Jake from State Farm there. We got Riddick coming in the door. Come on in, buddy. Come on.
Licking his chops.
Come show your face, man. Come show your face,
Yeah, come
man.
say hello.
Come say hey to everybody. Over here.
Come here. Go.
Come
go
back
see
here.
Dad. There you go.
Come back here,
There
buddy.
you go, buddy.
Right,
Right
here.
here.
No, right here. Come here. No, over here.
Come say hello.
What are you doing right here, huh? Come over here. Everybody can see you. Come here. Back here.
Come over here, buddy.
Hey, come here, bro. Come here.
Right here.
Right here. Look. There you go.
Say hey.
There he is.
Say hey to
Say
everybody,
hello.
buddy. Oh,
There you go. You want to sit there, man?
buddy.
Thank you for the
Love
sugar.
you.
Yeah. Talk to
Yeah.
him.
Tell
Talk
him.
to him. Yeah.
Tell him, buddy. Yes.
Okay, you're probably blowing everybody's eardrums out. Oh, yeah.
You missed them, didn't you?
What's the matter?
They love you.
Okay,
They
okay.
love you, buddy. Yes, they do.
All right, you're probably everybody's eardrums probably. Oh shit! Oh, I know we're making other dogs go nuts. That's all right, buddy. You're the superstar here. No,
They love you,
I
buddy.
know.
He's got one ear
I
down.
work for you. I get it. He's over there. He's all defiant.
He
like,
was, wasn't he? So don't talk to me.
What you squeaking about? All right, this is what we're going to do the rest of the night. We're going to sit here and talk to Riddick. So if you have any questions for him while he's here, before he runs back out, ask him now. Look, everybody's dogs are barking back. I'm sorry if that's causing a problem, or if you're waking up neighbors. Oh, what are you doing?
He's awesome.
What
Oh,
are you
he
doing?
put his paw on Chris's leg.
I'll give you something. In a few minutes when we get done.
Yes.
You'll get your.
You get
I
your
can't
treat.
say it. I can't say the word out loud. Oh Lord.
Jesco Snow says Chihuahua Arya Stark is hiding under the pillows.
Look, you're scaring everybody's dog, Riddick. Now he's gone. He just wanted to make his presence known.
Look what Terrence said. I agree, Riddick. Bring back Ghost.
Yeah, that's what he said. Hashtag free ghost. That was Gray's line he stole. Monkey Male Dog. I'm sorry. I said that right, and I thought I didn't say it right. I thought male bag for some reason. I don't know why. Monkey Male Dog. Damn it, I lost it. There he goes. Damn it, I lost it again. Jesus. Monkey Male Dog says, Q&A, can you think of any other character to die in the first season, Ned, to be so relevant in a series in a series 7 seasons
We
after?
were just talking about that. Like, Ned was a huge character when he is still
being talked
so
about and
much.
compared, and there's
Yeah.
still panels about him and all that
Yes.
stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't think so. He was the big one as far as like still having relevancy. But because John is so, he is Ned. I mean, he's got Ned's morals and
Yes,
shit, and so
absolutely.
that's the way it's still affecting everything.
You're always reminded of Ned through John.
Exactly. So I think he's that's pretty much the biggest one because Danny can't, or obviously she can't rely on her parents.
Nope.
And then as far as something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was the big shocker that still is with us.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. As far as
Robert
season
was the
1
freaking
is.
king when this story opened, and
Yeah, I mean
he's
he
not
died,
talked
and
about.
it was sad, and you liked
Yeah.
Robert. He was a good guy overall, but yeah, it's not relevant now. Besides just through the story, what you saw about how they say like Tywin, for example, we always said Robert thought that winning a war and ruling were the same thing. You know what I mean? He didn't really care about being king. It was more of a revenge thing. And then what do you do now besides drink and whore and all that shit? Let's see here. Steph Snow is asking, thank you, Steph Snow.
Thank you.
What is your thought for the Season 8 marketing campaign? How do they answer the Ice King and Winter is Here from LY? What am I missing? What's LY? What am I missing? I as far as the marketing campaign, I mean, I don't know yet because they really haven't started it. Other than
last year, maybe. Yes, Ice King and Winter is Here from last year.
Okay. Well, it says Season 8, but so you're saying like I was confused last year about the whole, and they actually did include the Night King because I was thinking when we went into that, I was like, okay, their whole marketing thing is Winter is Here, and you know, it's the time is now, almost like that was the finale. Now we did get a lot of Night King, and we know why Winter is Here because the wall came down, and that we called that obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like she's saying last year. So yeah, I mean, that was
they're saying so like this year. What's the poster going to be? Your main image?
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like last year, I was like they almost blew their load too early.
Yeah.
Because what do you do for the last season? It's here.
Maybe
you could Winter's Here still. Winter's Here again. I mean, I don't know. I think they got to market it towards
The Last Stand.
They got to market towards either like an epilogue, a Dream of Spring type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Or how about the final fight between
the Great War,
Jon and him? How you said the 1-on-1?
Yeah, something to that effect. Because Winter's Here, they can't redo that. So yeah, I mean. Lady Celtic Moon saying death is coming. Yeah, but that was kind of last year's thing, saying death is here, you know, and then they showed up and they're here now in Westeros. So
a picture of Cersei, the bitch is back.
Yeah.
Homer demand.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they could do that and include Cersei as the ultimate villain if they wanted to change that up, but that would piss me off. Not that Cersei's not a great villain, but it's about the White Walkers, right, coming back. The nuclear option going rogue. Diane Harris, do you think Cersei will marry Euron, but on their wedding night or shortly after, have him meet with an unfortunate accident, and then she would control the Iron Fleet? If that happens, yes. Either way,
about this.
It could go either way. Euron could be the Valonqar, so to speak, in the show. And have her killed or betray her some way, which he absolutely would, and she would absolutely do the same to him.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that's certainly a possibility for a show, especially. Alex Montero, what's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex.
Q&A, what's up, Chris and James? Have been a while since I've been on here. Welcome back, Alex.
Yes, welcome back.
Do you still think Danny goes out at the end? Do you think that Jon and Danny will have kids, and if so, how many? We mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I'm starting to think that there's so many other bad things that's going to happen that Jon and Danny will live. Now, I'm not like 100% on that, obviously, but I do think they will have kids regardless. And I'm thinking, I think I said it when we first talked about the kid. I think they're going to have a girl, but I think they could go the twin route.
Yep, you mentioned that.
They could go the twin route.
That too.
So they could pull a little something from Star Wars. But I would imagine a girl, and I could imagine Lyanna. I don't know as far as a name goes, but I would guess, if I had just to throw out a guess, and I would guess a girl, and and now I'm kind of leaning more towards they both survive, but there's a lot of shit's changed. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I have a tough time seeing Jon die again because he's already died once.
Yep.
Although he can certainly fulfill his mission and then be gone. And I really have a hard time seeing Danny die now because like all this for her to come over and die just to find out Jon's like the true heir, and then they get over all that hump and then she just dies. I mean, I could see it, but then you got the kills of life possibly, like we we're talking about in the show.
Yep.
Obviously that would go down different in the book. So. Yeah, I'm guessing they'll live now. I'm not 100% on anything.
They're saying there's a super chat.
All right, yeah. Let me catch up here, really quick too. Let's see. Thank you. Is that Usay Guerrera for subscribing?
Thank you,
and thank you, Sam L for the super chat. Appreciate it, Sam. Do you think Cersei is a bigger antagonist than the Night King? You read my mind. I hope not. I think she should be a big. I mean, she is obviously a big bad, along with Euron. That's kind of they're kind of in the same boat, and pun intended, I suppose. But yeah, she should not be bigger than Night King. She should not, because she's been like an antagonist like the whole time. She's just come to more relevance with the whole, being the queen now, which she's illegitimate as hell.
Yeah.
But then again, everybody's illegitimate in feudalism. But if she's bigger, if they make her bigger than the Night King, I would be disappointed, because that's the whole thing. You got it from the prologue in the books in the first episode.
Absolutely.
What the hell, ice demons? What is this show about? Then you're in this medieval world of politics, and you kind of forget about it for a while. Then they remind you, whether it's through music or through a little quick scene.
Yep.
And then they go back to the politics and fighting and red weddings and all that stuff. And then they remind you a little bit again. It's like they gotta follow through on this. They gotta finish it right. So I would be disappointed, but so I don't think they'll go that route. Now that doesn't mean that Cersei can't outlive him. He's just got to be the bigger deal.
That's right. He's got to be.
He's got to be the bigger deal.
And he is.
Yeah, he absolutely.
And like we've talked about before, in the timeline, she's a speck. He's been there for thousands of years.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Where I was going to check. Oh yeah, there's this Patreon. Cap the Goat. Thank you, Cap. Maybe it was not important to bring the Valonqar piece in because whoever kills her in the books will kill Cersei in the show. Yeah, I mean, it could be that they just kind of left it out regardless, and they'll still do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't want to. I don't know.
I think you're spot on, Cap.
It very well could be. So that way you're not really you're still wondering.
Yeah, it's not that big of a twist.
Yeah, you're still wondering when you read the books and when he starts it. When he starts with the winter. I'm gonna keep saying that now. That Onion article came out, but yeah, I mean, I think that's a possibility. There's definitely a reason they left it out. They know it was there. Obviously, it was a huge part of the prophecy. I think they wanted to make sure, from Dan and Dave's perspective, that you know that she's basically living her life by this prophecy. Like that's what she's living. That's how she's living.
Yep.
So it wasn't, but so
they've nailed that.
They did. They did. The flashback cold opening in season 5, right? Yeah, season 5 nailed that for sure. Mike Colton, Q&A from the Hainsman. Chris and James, thank you. The Hainsman.
Thank you.
What major scenes will unfold in season 8? Major battles, conversations, deaths, and outcomes of arcs. Big fan of your work for a long time. Thank you. Appreciate that. The Hainsman. Man, that's a lot of stuff.
It is.
We're going to see a major battle at Winterfell, but it won't stop there. It will not end there. It's going to go further south. King's Landing.
Drop off a few of the outline, characters there.
Yep.
Might be one shocker there.
Definitely going further south.
Keep rolling.
It's already snowing in King's Landing. They got that shot last year on purpose. Hopefully they bring in. I mean, not necessarily hopefully, but if I'm right about the whole Isle of Faces, they introduce that in a flashback and bring it there. It may be, if that's true, but they could do it a different way, even if it is true, and it may be completely off. Who knows? So we think it's going farther south. In the books, at least, it goes to the God's Eye. King's Landing may be the last stand in the show, just based off filming news. I won't get into any spoilers because there's just a lot of shit going down with the new sets and stuff. And if you build them, they're going to break them. You know what I mean? So you got to see that going on. You're going to lose a lot of people you love. You're going to lose your Grey Worms and your probably Tormund. I don't know. You're going to lose a lot of people. Maybe another start, whether you pick Sansa, Arya, Bran, for example. So you're going to have these horrible, deaths that are permanent. But you will see the Night King killed this time. It's not going to be a pact where they shake hands and sign something else.
Nope.
And give give Melisandre to become the Night Queen forever. Otherwise, there's no point of the story. It's like the cycle repeats, and you could have a sequel after that. There's no point. So yeah, I mean that's in general what's going down.
The political structure is not the only wheel that needs to be broken.
Right. Yeah. You got a couple of things there. So history repeats, but if eventually you have to break that wheel.
Right.
So I think that's the ultimate thing. Let's see. Cap again. Cap the Goat on Patreon. Thank you, Cap.
Thank you.
And also new patrons, couple new patrons this week. I'll talk to you individually, but thank you guys. Even though HBO isn't doing any promos yet, the Phantom is doing good stuff. The pic with the Night King standing on the Mountain of Skulls was pure genius. That was a good poster, and if you notice, there was a skull in that poster with a little Cersei crown.
Huh.
And I didn't even catch that till like the other day. I saw it was in my feed again, and I was like, oh, well, looky there. There's Cersei's skull. So that tells you how we think about how it should end right there.
Right.
That she's already dead before he goes out. So, yeah, the Phantom's always doing great. So there's great artwork and posters and fan art. And I did a couple promos last year, little teasers. They didn't seem too, I thought it's pretty damn good because, I mean, maybe they didn't like the music, Avenged Sevenfold. But
no, I think most people like that. That was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was okay, if I do say so myself. But I'm not an expert at that kind of editing and stuff. But it didn't go anywhere. Nobody saw it. So when there was other ones that were like, 4 million views, and it's like it's okay, but I mean, come on, it was taking footage from other shows and stuff, and it was good. It was good. But yeah, so I was just telling you the other week, I enjoy those type of videos, and if they did anything, I'd do more of them.
I think it was awesome.
Even if you put fan made, you're kind of, when you do a promo like a fan made video, like when I did Hail to the King, like I didn't put it up there to make money. Obviously, I'm using a song that's going to be copywritten immediately, so I expected that. But it was like if you don't put fan made in the title, then people think you're clickbaiting because it says promo or whatever teaser.
I know.
If you put fan made in the title, people don't want to see it because it's fan made. It's not real. Right. So it's like you're screwed either way. But I do enjoy that type of editing because you have to put in the song first and make the damn shit fit the song.
And you did. That's what I liked about it.
So yeah. Anyway, that's still relevant for this year actually, because he's still there. They just broke down the wall. That's all. Mike Colton, a Q&A from Jesco Snow. Is that a different Snow? Asked, thank you, Jesco. Will we see a Ned flashback in season 8? Thanks, guys. Interesting. I wouldn't think so. I mean, we could see another young Ned flashback if there's some clarification we need at either the Tower of Joy or Harrenhal. Harrenhal is what I did that last little short question of the day video on, because I think it would be perfect if you don't have to show all of Harrenhal, so they don't necessarily need Ned there where he's up in the stands with Brandon and Lyanna, and Rhaegar wins and gives her the blue rose. You don't need to see that.
Right.
But it would be great to introduce Howland Reed in a different way and where he came from, more importantly, because he came from the Isle of Faces right before Harrenhal. So that would be a possibility maybe if they made a quick glance at the tourney, but it's more about, Howland Reed and Lyanna.
If they show that flashback, they'll have to show some of the tourney.
Yeah.
Set it up,
even if it's just a quick little, see a couple people riding.
That's all.
Maybe Rhaegar.
Maybe coming in from a drone filming.
Something like that.
Yep.
But it would need to focus on, because that wasn't the start of the war. You know what I mean? They would need to focus on the Howland Reed, Lyanna, or Lyanna and Rhaegar first meeting, Night of the Laughing Tree, and how they decided to leave and whatever, if they fell in love right then or whatever it was. So any clarification on that would be great, and I think that's a good possibility. But other than that, I wouldn't think we would need to see Ned again.
Could you imagine if they showed Ned bringing Jon to Winterfell as a baby, and Cat, he told Cat, and she was that big of a bitch after knowing, you would hate her guts so much more than you already do.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because when you said bringing Winterfell, I'm like, then they had to bring back Michelle Farley, make her look younger, make Ned look younger. I guess, well, they could use the same actor that played young Ned. But then you would just bring back that whole demon of mine with Catelyn and her going, fuck that kid.
Yeah.
Get him out of here. Why'd you bring him here? Whatever, so no. But let's not do that. Let's not ruin. We don't need to see it. We know he grew up there.
That'd be funny as hell.
But anyway, Jesco Snow, a Game of Thrones trailer with Yakety Sax, aka the Benny Hill music, would be awesome. Benny Hill, that was one of my all-time favorite shows.
Yes, you'd stay up late, have the volume down real low.
Yeah, Benny Hill, man, that was funny.
Hope you see a girl in lingerie.
Exactly. 327 Star Girl, welcome. I just don't recognize that name. That's what we were just talking about with Howland Reed. So I guess if you heard that, that's what I was saying about the attorney that could bring Howland Reed into it, and what his deal with the Isle of Faces. What's he studying about? He just came from there, and so that would be a good idea, a good flashback. Doc Holliday, Catlin rant. Hashtag Catlin rant. Let's see. Alex Montero, you asking about? He's saying, do you think their kid or kids will be accepted in society? I guess you're referring to John and Danny's. I think so, because I think their big part of season 8 is about, because they, you heard Jan Royce and everybody, Targaryens can't be trusted. People think that shit runs in your blood, like being a traitor.
Yeah, I know.
It's so stupid.
It's
in his blood. He's going to be a traitor. But that's going to be the big Winterfell scene, I think, probably in episode 1. Is Danny's here, I love her, here's what she did, they're all doubting her, and John's like, look, motherfuckers, she killed, her dragon died, she came up there and saved us all.
Yeah.
She came over here for the throne, she could have went and took it any time she wanted to, in one day it would have been done, and she came up and said, we're going to rescue the Seven Kingdoms and save the North, and then that's going to be the big thing. So I think after all this is said and done, the war's done, I think we do get... an epilogue style, whether it's one episode or just a half of an episode. We talked about that a million times.
Yep.
Where we will see maybe the older child. We don't know how many years or months or weeks goes on, or it may just be a couple days, but it may be a year or maybe 10 years. So I think we'll get some kind of Dream of Spring type thing where it will. That's kind of like the idea here is like it doesn't matter what your damn last name is. If you just got to do the right thing. You got to work together. That's kind of what this is. And it's going to be a good little parallel and wrap up of the first season when it was all about the Lannisters versus the Starks. You're going to see Jaime go up here and work with a Targaryen, and he happened to kill his uncle.
Yeah.
Or he killed a Targaryen as a Kingsguard. You're going to see Jaime be a Kingsguard in the sense of Jon now.
That's right.
And Danny. So yeah, it will be, and he's still a Stark, so you got the Lannisters and Starks kind of working together in that sense, obviously.
And see Jon finally have a flaw, like he can't change diapers or something.
Yeah, exactly. No, remember he's got a small dick. That's his flaw.
I forgot about
that. They did make that, apparently, because Tormund said, "You're no god, I saw your pecker."
That's right.
So that's his flaw. I'm sure Harrington loves that.
Look, you're gonna be this awesome character. Problem is,
yeah, exactly. Free US 1776 Q&A. Do you think Jon might be playing Danny and he's not in love with her at all? Maybe it's all politics. No, absolutely not. You saw the boat scene, man. That was think about this seriously. I know this sounds like a joke, but think about it. That was missionary.
Yeah.
That was love through the eyes. Remember the whole Doria and Danny scene? Love comes in the eyes.
Yeah.
That's why they did that. It wasn't doggy style like in everything else in those days.
And Jon don't want to just get laid. He could have nailed Melisandre.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. 2 inches of snow, says Doc Holliday. Lady with the red dress on. I was singing that earlier on the Twitch stream. No, what was I singing, Doc Holliday? Oh, lonely, lonely, lonely Monday morning, because I was going to Lonely Lodge. I'm sorry, I don't know how they got. But that's what I was saying, 12 Inches of Snow, the album that I remembered. This is Goodness Tennessee is asking, what could House Dane's words be? Germ says they are a spoiler. Yeah, that, and also think about House Reed. People forget House Reed. We don't know their words either. So I don't know. I thought about it before, and I really didn't come up with anything that I could think may be a spoiler. So I don't know. I have to put some thought into that. That may be a separate video on Danes and Reed's house words.
I'm gonna write that down for you.
Because I don't know. I mean, let me think about that a little bit. Maybe I'll get some ideas from. Maybe you guys have some ideas. Because here's the thing: while it's going to be some type of spoiler, apparently, obviously, like I said before, the Danes are not in the show, other than we saw Sir Arthur Dane. So it's in the big scheme of things, the grand scheme of things, they're not that important. We've always said it's a backstory about Ned, his love and before, marriage and duty and honor versus love, that type of thing. But I've thought about it before, but I didn't come up with anything that I thought that would give anything away. Other than if something's involved with Dawn, I know, here comes Kyle Dubs. Here comes Kyle Dubs with Dawn the sword, with Dawn the sword. I mean, if it was something like, for example, we bring the Dawn, that may give away that the sword or the house is involved in the war or something. So I don't know. That would be just a wild guess. From the fall we rise. From the fall, like a Shara jumping out the window. Is that what you mean, Kyle Dubs? Let's see. What still Googles when he says duty? What? Are you saying you still, Steph Snow, or I think she's saying she still giggles when I say duty.
Yeah.
And duty as in instead of duty. No, but who says duty? Ain't nobody up in the north saying duty either. Dune, what is that, Jesco Snow? Who's Dune? What? I didn't say Dune. What? Let's see. Maria K. Chris and James, do you think? Thank you, Maria. Do you think that John will keep parentage to himself for a while? I do. I think. We said this a couple of times. I think he finds out.
Yep.
And there's going to be a couple, and I don't know how long they'll stretch this out, even if it's just a couple scenes in the show. It could be a couple weeks.
Right.
But I think he'll kind of be standoffish to Danny a little bit, and she's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
I mean, we had this great time on the boat.
I can totally see this.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're kind of like you're like ignoring me a little bit. And,
right.
And then he comes out and says it, and then that's when they have to have the talk and all that stuff. So I think they actually will for a little bit. Yeah. It's not going to be like Bran goes in the hall and announces in front of everybody. He's going to have a private conversation, I think, him and Sam, with John. So then they'll be standoffish. So there'll be a little bit of Danny John drama when he does tell her. But he'll be like it'll be like one of those, "What's wrong, baby?" "Nothing." "What's wrong, baby?" "Nothing." "You sure?" "No, nothing's wrong." "I know there's something wrong." "No, there's nothing wrong." And then eventually you'll have to crack.
You heard it here first. This is what's going to happen.
Uh-oh, here we go. Prediction.
Sam and Bran are going to sit him down, tell him, convince him. He doesn't say a word. He gets up, does a Tommen, straight out the window, dies. They bring him back, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
He takes he does the King's Landing.
Yeah.
But no, wait a minute. If he's in Winterfell, though, he'll just land in a big snowdrift like Sansa and Theon.
That's right.
He'll just get up and go, "Fuck,
yeah.
It didn't work."
Bran will be like, "Why couldn't there have been snow here when I fell?"
I know. Oh shit. Let's see. John Smith says Game of Thrones is gay. Welcome, John Smith.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean it's a great show.
It is really good show, I mean, John. So give it a shot.
You know you're watching it, man. You know.
Give it a shot.
You know, John Smith, that you're watching it in the closet. That's all I'm saying. Oh hell. Here we go. K-Dubs, House Dane. Phone as our Braun, Don's Dawn, its own like Donkey Kong. There you go. There you go. You heard it. You heard it from Kyle Dubs. There's your words. Spoiler all day long. Oh shit. Let's see. Rhaegar Ruby Q&A. Is there a chance fake Aegon or a version of the book character could be with the Golden Company next season as their way to make a play for the throne? That's an interesting question. But I wouldn't think so, only because you would already have an Aegon character, and I think John kind of just absorbed that, or Danny, I'm sorry, because you would have had Varys involved in that whole plot line, I think. I don't think they could really change that. I mean, they could shock you with that, I guess, but I don't know. It wouldn't. it'd be too far from the books, and then you're bringing in another contender, which is more drama, and I don't think they have time for all that, because then you have to learn his backstory, who he is, he really survived, and Varys knew about it, the whole time or whatever, and that would change like the main character stuff. So I wouldn't think so, but I mean it's certainly possible. But I would think if we were going to get a Aegon, we'd have had him a long time ago. Let's see. Jessica Snow. It's all good, Chris. I say dawn the same way. Where I'm from, the days of the week are pronounced Monday.
Here too, dude.
Exactly, dude. Here we go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not quite there. I mean, a little further south, yes. Yeah. And some people around here do say exactly that.
It sounds like my grandma.
Exactly. Yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah.
Nisha coming on Game of Thrones next Sunday at 10 p.m.
And then your grandpa chime in, yeah, we're watching Monday Night Football.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh, yes, absolutely. All right, let me double check, make sure we're caught up on everything there. Let me check Streamlabs and Patreon. Patreon, we got K-Dubs. I look forward to ProtoCon. We can rock from dawn to sundrop. That's right. Everybody will have sundrop at ProtoCon, I promise. We will make that happen for sure. Matter of fact, that could be a panel. We'll just do it. That's just the sundrop tasting panel.
Damn, Skippy.
We'll have it lined up. You got to have it in cold cans. You can't have it in some cup.
Right.
Out of a plastic bottle. And you get the full burn. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll do that, K-Dubs. Yeah, write that down somewhere, somebody. I need my whiteboard. Panel. I need my fucking whiteboard so I can take notes before I forget.
Damn right.
So let me double check Streamlabs. I think we're good here. Yep. And I'm sure we probably lost 10 or 15 subs so far for the stream, like we did last week again.
Yeah, and that's what blew my mind is how we ended on such a high note. We were so excited. You go out there, we're like, we lost 12 subs. I'm like, what the fuck?
I like my voice again.
Yeah, I don't know why I got that voice for you. I always use it, don't I? Doesn't matter if you're saying something happy or sad.
It's the skeptic, pessimistic voice. Is what it is.
You want to watch Westworld?
Yeah. Fuck Fortnite. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Man, I've had some really good games. I played a few today when I got back from the field.
Yeah.
I had some really good games earlier before this stream. Man, I had some good kills and then just got slaughtered in some bullshit fashion. Anyway.
Is, what's his head still around? The damn Avengers dude. What the hell?
Thanos. No. What's his head? Yeah. Sure.
He's gone.
We're going to see him Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday he'll be back.
No. Yeah, no, he's gone. He's gone. They took never got to play as Thanos. They took the mode out. Damn it. Okay, let's see. Have we been, okay, so we did the first one. So we've been going for 2 hours now. Is that right? A little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because we did the first one for like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah. We only had like a little 5-minute break in between.
And then it broke it.
Because the chat was still working. I've been getting called out for saying every syllable, pronouncing every syllable in comfortable. Does that sound weird?
Comfortable. No, I say
because most people say comfortable.
Like that. Yeah, no, I don't say comfortable. I say either. Comfortable. Yeah, because it's the fucking word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hack on anybody.
Now that they've said it though, it's like I'm thinking about it too much, and it's making me say, "Do I sound right?"
Who called you? Wait a minute, where did that come from?
I don't know. It's just been happening the last couple of days.
Oh, okay. Comfortable. Yeah, no. Yeah, people think it's like laziness in the South.
Right.
It's actually genius.
Genius is here.
If you type on a phone, if you text or you chat on a computer, or you text on a phone, you're typing shorthand, and that's what we've been doing for centuries.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
They're biters.
Exactly. Okay. Jessica, what about kitchen sink?
Damn Skippy.
Yep. I mean, I don't know anybody that says sink. It's not a word. Cynic. You can't even say it.
No.
It's got to be sink. So yes,
Just like your ass does when your ship gets a hole in it, it sinks.
yeah, that's right, exactly. All right, so yeah, we are 20 minutes away from 1, which is our usual end time. So let's take a quick stretcher and come back and do another 15. Y'all
Yep.
cool
Yep.
with that? We still got 226 or so
Rock
hanging
on.
out. So yeah, let's do that. Let's take a quick stretch and we'll come back and take some more questions from the main chat and wrap it up. Get out of here so everybody can go to bed because tomorrow is Monday
Monday.
and you got to work.
Everybody back to work on Monday.
Everybody's got to go to work tomorrow. So
Tomorrow.
That's the hillbillies. That's when they add the Y at the end, you know you up in the mountains. Just saying. So yeah, give us a few minutes, and we'll be right back. All right. I think we're back.
We are back.
Alrighty. Sorry, guys. Riddick needed to go water the neighbor's trees, too. And James lost the prototype. Because I know they're saying it. I might as well say it for them. Anyway, really quick, I saw a couple things I want to mention really quick, and we'll grab a couple more questions. Mike on Patreon says, don't forget the Poltergeist video I sent you. I won't. We will not. I will check it out. See second post. James might soil things, and Chris might be a believer. Yeah, we'll definitely watch that, Mike, for sure.
Yes.
And maybe we'll do at some point a part 2 on the side effect podcast. Also, really quick let me grab this. I'm gonna grab a link for just in a minute here. Something I meant to mention last week. Hold on 1 second. While that's opening up, Hans again, Coach O'Shea. Will Mira Reed make her way back in season 8? I'm doubting it.
I think we'll see a cameo.
I'm doubting it because now here's all I know is, and this could be considered a kind of a micro spoiler, just a heads up, but the actress to the last time I read, and this has been a couple months probably, but she has not been called back at that time.
Right.
So but that's not necessarily abnormal either for them not to call somebody until the last minute. So at that time she had not been called back. So I'm just based off of it. I'm doubting it. It felt like a goodbye, and I don't know. But it's also one of those things that's like, what does that mean for Howland Reed? What does that mean for all that stuff too? Let's see here. Let's go, O'Shea. Puff, give. See, and he's got pass, and exactly. Yeah, I knew it. I knew somebody was saying it. Also, Ricky Garrado on Patreon. Thank you, Ricky. I don't know if y'all are still love watching part 1. Now, just wanted to ask y'all to keep love watching part 1 now. I got you. The stream we screwed up or got screwed up.
Oh, okay.
Just want to ask y'all to keep Santa Fe in Texas in your prayers, and I have 3 siblings who go to the high school, and I graduated 4 years ago. Just a small town, needing prayers. Thank you.
Bad stuff.
Yeah, it's horrible, Ricky, and thoughts, prayers, good vibes, all that good stuff, man. I hope this shit ends. It's so insane to me. When we were kids, you had gun racks in the back of trucks.
Literally, you could see the guns hanging there.
And nothing like this ever happened. My mom had a class in high school to learn to shoot. It's just makes
a different
no
world we live in, man.
It's mental health issues, and it's just so weird today. It's so odd. It was just never even a thought back then. So yeah, thoughts and prayers, Santa Fe. That's George R. R. Martin's home actually. Which that doesn't mean I'm just throwing it out there. But yes, absolutely. I hope this shit ends and they figure something. Whatever it takes, metal detectors.
Yeah.
Armed veterans, something. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely, and it's saddening. So absolutely. But that brings me to something I meant to mention last week really quick. And I'm going to mention this because I want to make sure I don't I get this right. Tony Storick, I don't know if you're watching Tony, because he reached out to me last week on Facebook, sent me a message on the Facebook page, and told me about this girl, Emma Rose. Emma Rose is a girl, and he knows her father, I believe it was. Tony's a fan of the channel. And so I talked to him a little bit, looked into this, and I have a link here I'm going to post. And I told him I don't know how much I can help, but I want to do what I can.
That's right.
But this is a link to a GoFundMe. This little girl has cancer. She has finished her first round of chemo, but she needs help for the second round. They're raising money here for medical costs, obviously. So I'm going to post this, and
precious little girl, guys.
It is. Mods, if you want to repost that too, if I know a couple people left, but I'll spam this a couple times, and actually I'll look at that. It does that shit every time. Actually, I'm gonna put it. Let me put it also right here in the description of this video.
Good call.
Let's see. We'll call that help Emma, I guess. So anyway, it's a GoFundMe for medical expenses. A little girl has cancer. She needs a little help. And if we can help get them a little bit of money, that's all we can do. But it's better than nothing. So I know you guys come through on charity type things.
Yes,
you
guys.
proved that last year. You blew it out of the water and we'll do that again, obviously this year, with St. Jude. And I can't post it anymore for some reason. It always does.
Yeah,
this.
for any of you guys who are new to this channel, if you're watching this, go back and watch that. You'll be impressed what these people did.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because this was the season 7, episode 7 finale live stream. And we were super excited all season because we were live trending every week. The first week we were trending on the main trending page. And then we was like, okay, we got to talk to my buddy Corey for a year or so about St. Jude. His daughter went there. And we were like, do I set it at $1,000? Remember, I was like, maybe 2,000. Is that too high?
Yes, 2,000. Yeah.
I mean, that shit was shattered in 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's a thing. There's like a widget I was able to work out with St. Jude and get a widget where you could see it on the screen. That shit filled up in 5 minutes. We had to keep raised $8,000 in 3 hours, which is out freaking standing. And this year, we're going to do it again, and I'm already saying I think we can hit 15. I'm going to try to retweet anybody that's huge that can bring attention to it. Not for me, but I mean
St. Jude.
Yeah, for St.
What
Jude,
they do for families.
And so if we can get some big people this coming year to retweet some things and whatever, that would be outstanding, and we can do it. But anyway, in the meantime, if you got an extra $1 or $2, you can check this out. This GoFundMe page, it tells you the whole story. You see a picture of Emma here. It's a big goal. Obviously, they've raised, I think, right so far with this one. This campaign is actually trending, is what it says now. That's interesting. $5,000 out of $40,000. But anything can help. So
it will.
I want to apologize though because I told Tony I was going to do this last week. And I did a couple videos and did not mention it, and I meant to mention in a regular video. But anyway, so
this works. Dude.
This may actually work better since I know people do watch the stream the next day. So anyway, check out that link if you can.
Pass that link around, guys.
Pass it around, tweet it, whatever you want to do. Let's get her some help. We can do something here. We can make some good out of this screwed up YouTube situation, and get some people some help if we can.
Look, Terry T said, just donate.
Oh, thank you, Terry T. That's
cool.
Very cool. So very cool. So spread that around. Take that link there, tweet it, Facebook it, whatever, if you use social media. And let's help this family out if we can. Do a little something. I'll always entertain if fans or whatever come to me with serious stuff like that. Obviously, I can't do them every day, but when you got to help when you can. So anyway, I'll appreciate it in advance, and of course, Emma and her family will absolutely appreciate it. So thank you, and you can pass that around. And I did put that link in the video description as well. Let's see here. All right. Dave, thank you for the super chat, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Can't get Sundrop in West Texas, but I found I could get it from Amazon. I'm happy. Outstanding, Dave.
Awesome.
There's a link in the description, by the way, to Amazon. You can get it through there, and it won't cost you anything extra, but it does support the channel. But yeah, that's weird. Amazon sells Sundrop. I guess you can get anything on Amazon.
You can, man.
Yeah. So I've been looking after the Twitch stream the other night for the gaming stream. I was looking up some cool streaming stuff I need to do. I can't do it now. I gotta get paid, but I gotta get a better setup. Really cool stuff, and do some YouTube streams as well. I think I'll come back to YouTube some with the gaming channel. Let's see here. All right, let me double check.
Let's wax my chest live.
What? Oh God!
Like the 4-year-old virgin.
I got duct tape right over there.
Kelly Clarkson.
If you want to try it out real quick, we can.
Damn, duct tape scares me worse than wax does. Take the damn top layer of my skin off.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it could. All right, let me double check this, and we'll
tape.
grab a few more from the regular chat here. We're a little past 1 o'clock, but that's all right. We'll grab a couple more questions and get out of here. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, hey, Homer, I found my soul on Amazon. Free shipping with Prime. Damn right. Me too. Me too, Homer. You know what? When I got Amazon Prime, it was more about not the shipping, but like the video stuff and all that comes with it, involved in Amazon.
Right.
I didn't know how much I wanted Prime until I got it. And then I didn't know at the time it included Twitch Prime. Of course, I wasn't a Twitcher then. So, yeah, I mean, it's very cool. Like when I started playing Fortnite, I got that mouse the next day because it was free.
Hell yes.
Like I needed that gaming mouse like quick and in a hurry. Anyway, Goonish, Tennessee. Did we ever find out if Annie was okay? No, we did not. Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? No, we did not. I don't. We never got a fucking part 2, man. We never got a follow up. Oh shit. Oh Lord, we got a bunch of damn geniuses up in here. I'm telling you, and I'm glad people get our movie references that always come out every damn stream.
Desert Dragon wants to know if Tormund and Brienne are hooking up.
Oh, man, I don't think so. I mean, it's one of those complicated situations. Her eyes on Jamie. That's all there is to it. Now that ain't gonna happen either, but that's where her heart's at.
It is.
And so I don't see. I think he'll keep trying.
Yes.
He's persistent. But I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, my money's on Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, at least at the end, because we did say that she'll be the one to write in the King's Guard.
He's changed as well.
Yeah,
he has.
He'll definitely be the one to write in the book. I'm sorry, she will for Jamie filling out his page. Let's see here, because honestly, if Jamie lives, I could see him being like LC of the Queen's Guard or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But this time, like doing it honorably and all that stuff. So I could see something like that for sure. Be careful, Lee Bros World. Nightbot times you out for caps and emojis and shit.
He needs Cersei out of his life, out of the picture.
Yep.
And he will automatically be a better person.
Yep. And already figured all that out in the book. So they were a little late on that last year, but finally he walked away.
No, I mean.
Oh, you mean
dead.
Killed.
Yes.
Yeah. Killed.
So he can't backslide.
Exactly. That's right.
Because if she gets him in a room alone, I don't trust him yet.
That's true. That is true. Very true. Yeah. Jake from State Farm says, I want a Karate Kid 1 and 2 retro review. I've thought about stuff like that, Jake, because I'm trying to figure out, and this is what's going to go into the Patreon thing when I talk about these executive producer calls that we're going to do at least once a month. Real feedback, because I was like, I could go back and review Game of Thrones season 1 through 4. Yeah, 1 through 4 and then a little bit of 5.
Right.
I could go back and watch old videos and cringe. I could do, it's not just all other shows, because it's like I was saying before about Westworld. I enjoy Westworld. When I see a good one, I want to do it, but now I'm discouraged because it's like going to get copywritten.
Right.
And so I want to do other shows, but I got to really love it to do a video about it. I just don't want to do videos to be doing videos. So I need a new direction. I've mentioned the book thing. That's going to be something here, obviously, when it comes about. But, I've thought about stuff like that, actually. Not necessarily the Karate Kid, but although we could do one now to get people to watch, like these younger kids, to watch Cobra Kai and understand.
That's a good point.
They if they watch the first one's all they need.
Yeah,
that's all they really need. Maybe they can watch the second one, but first one's really all you need. Chris G saying, Chris, your first videos weren't bad, just the setup. Oh well, they were bad in every way. I think.
Remember last year on the way back from con, we were watching them.
Oh man,
and you were like sitting way back. And
because the whole idea was. Like I said a million times, the whole idea was like, I'm going to start a channel and talk like I do in a room full of buddies or sitting around a campfire. That was all what I always said. So I was like, well, I wouldn't be all sitting straight up and
right,
shit.
right.
I'd be laid back on the couch like like we are now doing this kind of.
Exactly.
This is not exactly ideal either, but it was just more. I mean, we need to go back to the table. It looks better, but this is more comfortable. But yeah, so I don't know. They're pretty bad. I don't know. I feel like they are. Maybe what I was saying was okay. I don't know. But I don't know. I think you got to get to some level before you can do that, don't you? I'm not big enough to look like react to old videos, am I?
Yeah.
I don't. I wouldn't think. I don't know.
Sam L, you said Hard Truth Karate Kid 2 was awful. Now, do you mean the Karate Kid 2 with Ralph Macchio, or do you mean the remake of Karate Kid?
Yeah, because the remake should have been the Kung Fu Kid, and I've been totally fine with it.
And I actually liked the actual Karate Kid Part 2.
Yeah, when he went to Japan. Yeah,
I really liked that.
I thought that was okay too, but yeah, exactly. The remake is great, but it's not the Karate Kid. It's the Kung Fu Kid.
It is,
and they just didn't call it that. I don't know why it was just called the Kung Fu Kid and be done with it. There's no reason to call it the Karate Kid when it was not Karate Do. Jake from State Farm, poor James always falling off the screen. Yeah, this camera is bad. This is another thing that's got to be replaced. And when I was talking about the stream setup, that's number one. We were talking about before the stream,
Right before the stream,
we were talking about this camera it's broke. I can't get it to zoom right or move right anymore. It's don't even look HD. And it's supposed to be 1080p, but it definitely ain't that. So I don't know. We gotta fix this shit. Yeah. So Sam is saying the one with Will Smith's kid. Yeah, Jaden. Yeah. So
yes, I agree.
It's not the Karate Kid. It's a good Kung Fu Kid movie. Is all it is.
Look at you.
Cruising down the chat in my 6'4", jocking the beep, smacking the beep. Yeah, we'll keep this family friendly. Let's see here. All right.
Paul McDermott.
Yeah, yeah, it's not. It's not, Paul. The camera's horrible. I'm telling you, it was
he
okay.
Paid for HD.
It's right. I did.
You did.
I did. It was okay. I mean, it's fine for like the gaming thing, but this looks like shit. And this setup is not my favorite. But I just don't have any more room. You know, we live in a cracker box. It literally says Saltines on the side of the house. I mean, it says Saltines and it's got a trademark on the fucking house. I'm telling you, I don't have the room. So I'm trying. If YouTube would like you know, they'd fix the algorithm and all that, then I could move and get a real room that I could do this shit. A proper studio.
This house absorbs rain.
It does. I swear to God. I swear to God. So anyway, fucking house trademark.
Saltines.
Saltines, it does. Let's see. Anika, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I apologize. Do you think Arya has Littlefinger's face? I would think she'll probably take it.
I would too.
But that's the other thing. I have not looked in any film and news about Aidan Gillian being back, and I mean, I don't think he is, but it could be a very secretive thing, obviously. So, I would think that she would, even though they'll burn the body, that she would probably take the face first.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be surprised if there's a King's Landing issue with Littlefinger still involved.
I wouldn't either.
So I'm not saying necessarily maybe that's her end to kill Cersei if they go that route. It could be just some political manipulation thing, but I think it's possible. I wouldn't bet on it, but I mean, because she is kind of changing a little bit and kind of going back to Arya and the Wolf Pack, but she's still got the skill. She's got to do something for this end game. A Dragon says Monkey Meldog has a Q&A, wants to know how... Yeah. Oh, okay, I see it. Monkey Meldog, how will Varys die? According to Mel, he has to die in Westeros. Is his death necessary to win the Great War? For someone who doesn't believe in proficiency and hates magic, how ironic. It is, and I don't think... I just can't see... I think we talked about this last week a little bit. Yeah. I can't see, unless there's, like we were talking about with the Qyburn connection, possibly, where he still possibly controls the little birds, like in the books. Mm-hmm. I don't see... Varys is basically done. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily think it's got to be some big-time shocking death, like being... He's not going to be... He's not going to betray Dany.
Right.
If he gets burnt by a dragon, it's going to be the Night King's dragon. Viserion now. So maybe that, but I don't see him running out either in the fight either.
No.
You know what I mean? So maybe he's inside, gets roasted. I don't know. I think she implicated that he's going to die earlier than natural death because, I mean, we both said, like, well, that could mean he's 75 years old. Of course he's going to die here. But, yeah, I mean, his story's basically done. I mean, unless there is this final thing he sets up in King's Landing, which can't happen now on the show the way it did in the books, but something can happen similar. And that has to do with... a Lannister, I'll just say that for anybody who hadn't read the books. And he does that himself. So there may be something with the birds and Qyburn and still something Varys can do, before he goes out. So it actually may be that Varys dies by Cersei. That's a possibility. Let's see here. Jesco Snow, the Ghetto Boys are the greatest rap group ever. They introduced the nation to Southern rap. In a sense, you're right. They're not the greatest in my opinion, but you're right about the Southern rap thing. For
Mike
sure.
Bushnell, I actually thought about that the other day.
Bushwick Bill versus Tyrion?
Yes, I actually thought about that.
Damn.
I used to love Bushwick.
Yes, absolutely.
He's one of...
Goonish, if you ever want to run duos, I got a nice cozy backpack. Are we talking about Fortnite, Goonish? Yeah. I play a little bit of duos on stream and stuff and some squads, but I'm just not good in those for some reason. I'm better solo. I don't know. I have decent games every once in a while. Let's see. All right, let's grab a couple more and then we'll get out of here. It's like, what is it, 1:17? Let's see, let me double check this. Make sure we're caught up. And where's my other tab? There it is. D Brown, thank you so much, D Brown, again on Patreon because you guys make me smile. You make me smile, D Brown, and I hate I'm not going to be able to hug you in person. This is the.
I'll bring you one.
Please, well, I don't know. Can we do that? That doesn't sound right. He's going because you said the other day on the damn.
I know. We
were talking about it on the new podcast. You're not gonna lie. I got you 27 hugs. Some shit. Like, okay. Yeah, this is what makes me feel horrible, but at the same time, it's the whole daughter thing. So, and I told James that's like travel ball $1,000 right up front. That don't include travel costs. That's just to get get on the team for tournaments, which is not surprising. It's always been expensive, but that's all coming down at the same time. That's the whole me not going to con thing. But thank you so much, D Brown, for the donation on Streamlabs.
You're precious.
Going towards Protocon for sure. All right. Good night, Chris G. We're about to get out of here. Good night.
Good night, Homer.
Goonis is out of here. All right, okay. So let's grab one or two more, and then we'll go.
Yeah, we will be hugging a long time.
Be very, very uncomfortable. Well, let's see. Mama Ogre says, I reckon. There we go. On Tuesday. No, I reckon Varys attempts to defect from Dany in an attempt meets Mel and the Red Priest and are brought to where the final battle happens along some form of Golden Company / Iron Man. I don't know. I don't see Varys abandoning Dany. I wouldn't think so.
I can't imagine.
I mean, I could see him running for his life to hide, but not like abandoning her in the sense of like all this work that he's put in.
Right.
I think he wants to see it succeed.
Yeah, he wants to be on the winning side, and
he does
still assume his role.
He does. So, in a sense of maybe running for his life and then being caught by somebody, perhaps I could see that, but I wouldn't think as far as the intent to leave Dany or something like that. It just doesn't make sense for all that build up. I mean, very first season, you got Arya in the dungeons listening to Illyrio and him playing all this stuff. And it is for Aegon in the books, but it'll end up being for Dany, I'm sure. Over yonder on the window pane. Exactly. No, Mike. No, there's no bunk. There's no fucking bunk beds. Riddick sleeps beside me. His big ass. He takes up the whole damn bed.
We got bunk water beds.
Damn. Imagine being on the bottom.
You gotta be brave as hell.
Being on the bottom with a leak, though.
Oh, shit.
Just a little drip in your fucking face. Fucking Chinese water torture. Oh, shit. Yeah, you'd have to be brave as hell for that. Bunk water bed. That's funny. Yes, Mizuma. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Mizuma. All right, one more and we'll get out of here officially. Let's see. Oh, shit. Jesco, James, Chris, just for the fun of it, I watched your guys' last stream, 1.5 speed. It was pure entertainment.
I gotta watch that.
That would be
like
funny.
that.
I forgot about the speed thing on YouTube. That's right. Oh, shit. Paul says he's not a big GOT fan, Paul McDermott, but watch cause I love you. Oh,
dude,
thank
appreciate
you.
that, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. That's cool. I hope you get into GOT, though.
We'll turn you yet. But stick around because, yeah, like he said, he's going to open up to a lot more than GOT.
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah.
this winds down.
And, you know, if the Westworld was, you know, I don't know, that's what we started with. Episode 1 was this was going to be a Westworld, but, you know, a lot of Game of Thrones questions come in, and that's I can't ignore them. Anyway. That's part of the whole Patreon thing that's coming up is really getting some feedback and what direction to go. I mean, we still got season 8 and we still have prequels coming and all that stuff, but it's going to be. But until then, there's a lot of stuff to do, and for this to stay afloat, we're way behind. Is what I'm saying before season 8 because that's it. This prequels will be great, but it won't be as big as God. Okay, all right. Hey, Cameo.
What's up, Cameo in the house.
How you doing? We're about to get out of here, but glad you stopped in for a second. Thank you, Ice Cold. I don't recognize the name. Welcome, Ice Cold. I love this shirt. I saw it in Hibbett Sports of all places. They had Eazy-E and Tupac shirts and Biggie shirts. The other ones didn't look good at all. I got a couple of Tupac shirts, but I saw this one and I could not resist. Because if you notice the Old English, which means 8-ball, you know what I mean. So everybody should know that if you know your classic rap.
OE.
Old English 800. Anika B, thank you for the super chat. I do not see a question there though. I don't know if you meant to type a question with that, but thank you so much. And if you did, stick it back in the chat really quick before we get out of here.
Zarasawi says thanks for your explanations of Westworld.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope it helps.
Because, you need explanations.
You kind of do, and I do myself a little bit. But I'll put a little thought into it before I do a video, at least to make sure I'm not just telling somebody something wrong. But I look forward to this next episode tonight. Episode 5 we're on, right? So halfway through the season. Okay.
Mike Bushnell.
The Haynes Man, what is your guess on when's the winter release date? After season 8. I think I can't see them now. He said it's not coming this year already, so they're not going to put it out right before.
No.
It's going to take once he gets it done, the manuscript's done, it takes 6 months approximately, apparently, from manuscripts sent over to be published, printed, all that shit, shipped out, whatever, distributed, all that stuff. So I'm guessing late 2019. That would be my guess. Just a guess. Okay. Let's see here. Good luck, Fractured, on the assessment.
Yeah, good luck.
All right. Yeah, Jinx, Westworld is cool. It's cool. It's kind of a mind bender, but it's like I was saying, it's just not, there's not any lore there or history or whatever, but it's really cool. It is cool. It's a great concept, and they're doing, and the season's really picking up this year. So there's a couple episodes, even in season 1, where you're like, but you got to give it a little bit, and then like, oh, you know, you get those kind of aha moments type of thing. All right. So let's get out of here. It is 1:25. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out. Let me triple check everything. Anika, I'm gonna give you a second in case you had a question. I think we're good on there. I think we're good there. Let me double check this again. Yep, we're good there. But anyway, thank you guys. Everybody have a good night and a good week. Remember, check out that link I put in the description of this video. Pass it around. If everybody can give $1, that would be cool, you know, to help this girl out. And let's see. This week, send me questions. Send me questions on videos, and so I can do some more question of the days. I got to get back to the foreshadowing stuff. And if a theory comes up or an idea, I'll definitely do that. But the questions give me ideas for theory, so those seem to work. So
that's cool.
Send me that stuff. You'll be heading out Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday morning. Yep.
Heading out Wednesday for con. So this weekend, we're not sure exactly what's happening. I'll be here regardless.
Right. We'll try to pull something off.
We'll figure something out, possibly. But if
James
is not available, I completely understand because I'll be right down there with him. But anyway, we'll get out of here. Look for all that stuff. If you hadn't followed me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. I do some gaming every once in a while at nights after editing, and it's a good little fun time hanging out, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, some different stuff. But do all that. Thank you all to mods. I know a lot of people already headed out and went to sleep because we run our mouth too much. But thank you, mods, for grabbing questions and keeping shit straight and to Nightbot as well.
Thank you, Taryn. I'll be safe.
Yes, thank you, Taryn. Thank you so much, and I look forward to the gift. So, anyway, yes, Monkey Mel Dog, Night Riddick, Monkey Mel Dog says good night. And everybody
you hear
does.
that, brother? I told you were a superstar.
Yeah, he is. All right. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.